Hello and welcome. I'm Fiona Marie Ellis, coach, author, mentor, and trainer. And for over 10 years, I've been helping people to release, reset, and rebuild for an aligned future. I'm really grateful to be with you today. We are launching our Activating the Magic series in March 2020. So there's quite a bit of chaos going on in our world, and we thought it was the perfect time to relaunch our 28 Days of Magic gratitude journey. So over the next 28 days, we are going to be working through the incredible book called The Magic by the lovely Rhonda Byrne. So this is from the lady who put together The Secret, and it's utilizing the principles of manifestation, the law of attraction, and most importantly, the most basic of principles of all, gratitude. At the moment, as we're going live with this, there's quite a bit of fear in the world, and that's the way our world has been going more and more. What we're learning to do throughout the next 20 days is to really focus our minds, to harness the power of one of our greatest immunity boosters and calming devices that we have, which is our own gratitude. It's our own ability to focus on what we do have, on what is going well and what is important for us, rather than allowing ourselves to be influenced by the conversation that's out there in the world. So I'm really grateful to have you here, and I'm excited. If you're ready, I invite you to join us in the next 28 days journey. So this book, if you don't have a copy, send me a message and I'll send you a link. I'll include a link below as to where you can get a copy on Amazon. If you're still allowed to leave the house, you can find it in most big W stores and around in most good bookstores. But this book is a really beautiful way, not just on being grateful, but of best practice gratitude. So I used to think I was quite a grateful person. I would say thank you to things. I would, appreciate anyone who did something for me. But when I was gifted this book a few years ago and I finally started applying this into my life, I realized there was a whole bunch more gratitude that I was not even, a whole realm I wasn't even playing in. And that's what I love this journey for. So I've been hosting the gratitude journey. I've done about 3 or 4 now, because working through this book can be a challenge. It's not as simple as just reading it from start to finish. Each practice, there's a daily practice for each section, and it covers loads of different areas of our life. It covers our relationships, our finances, our overall health and well-being, and being grateful for life in general. So it's really important that we take the time to work through each practice. Now, when you get a copy of the book and you go through the opening section, just kept my page here, and you go through the first bit, it explains why there is a magic formula for gratitude, and it's a way of calling more abundance into our life. There's a beautiful saying in here, and it's quoted from one of the historic Bible texts, that those who have will be given more, and those who don't have will be taken from them. Something to paraphrase. What they're talking about is gratitude. So those who have gratitude, whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. And it's so true. Many of us grew up with saying our please and thank yous, having really good manners. We said grace before we had a meal. We had a lot of appreciation for the life that we have. But as the world has become more fast-paced, those little practices have gone a little bit out the window. So over the next 28 days, I invite you to join us in this journey and bring some of those practices back. So the magic formula for gratitude is to deliberately think gratitude. Deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you. And as we progress through the next 28 days, you're going to become fully aware of just how magic they are. Because what we speak about, we bring about. So if we're talking drama, if we're talking chaos, if we're talking the problems, we're going to bring about more of the drama, the chaos, and the problems. And I don't know about you, but I don't need any more of those in my life. But when we're talking about our blessings, when we're talking about our future, when we are really clearly defining what we do want, what we do have, the abundance we are already grateful for, that is when we can start to call more and more of that into our life. So the first step is to think the magic words and say the magic words, thank you. And then it's about deliberately feeling the words, because just saying thank you is okay. It's a start. But we must begin to feel the thank you. We must feel very grateful for what we are receiving or have received or about to receive. And the more we feel, the more gratitude we feel, the more abundance we will start to call in and receive into our life. Now, having done this journey a few times, I've heard some of the most fascinating stories. People who've had $20,000 show up out of nowhere. I'm not saying that's going to happen to you necessarily, but people whose relationships have transformed overnight, who've had opportunities fall into their lap that they didn't have planned prior to starting the 28 days of gratitude. So right now seems like an ideal time for many of us to have some bonus blessings in our life. So here's what we're going to do. Today's day 0, so I'm going to publish this video and we can just all get everybody started. Over the next 28 days, I'm going to publish a video a day every single morning. It'll be up there for you as early as I can automate it to get it up there, probably around 3 or 4 a.m. Western Standard Time, so that it's ready for those of you who get up around 5 or 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Australia and wherever else you are in the world. I trust that it will come at a convenient time for you as well. But it'll be a consistent time each day. So you can build your practice around it. You can either get yourself a copy of the book, as I say, the link will be down below, or you can wait till my video comes out. I'm not going to be reading it word for word, but I am going to be going through and explaining. So for those of you who can't access a physical copy of the book right now, at least you can journey with us over the next 28 days until you are able to in future. So every morning I'm going to publish today's daily practice, and it is something that it is recommended that you do each morning. Some of them are first thing, so we have to read them the night before. What we want to do, the aim is to go through and really experience the best practice of gratitude each day. But guilt and shame is not going to help. So if you can't get to it in the morning, just do it as soon as possible. Do it daily. That's what matters, not first thing in the morning. What matters is that you do it consistently, because it's going to build up the gratitude in your cells. It's going to build your health and wellness to a level where you start to vibrate higher and start to attract more synchronicities and opportunities into your life. So each day we're going to post the new one. Before we start, and if you miss a day, go back and do the day before. Really important to build the momentum. You can just do a section, you can just do one piece or another, but I highly recommend that you start at the beginning and work all the way through the 28 days. One thing I've noticed, having done this a few times, is that most often if people get stuck, if they miss a day, generally when we drill down, because as a coach I actually do often do this with my clients, and when we drill down we find that that day that they missed, the practice that was a bit too challenging, or they said I'll do that later, tends to also coincide with the area of their life they are most in need of transforming right now. So not a coincidence, pay attention, okay? But if you do miss a day, go back again. If you miss a few days in a row, just restart. These videos are going to be here for you forever. Get a copy of the book, it'll be with you forever, okay? So at the end of the 28 days, there's a way to go through it as well. But before we begin, a lot of these practices are going to ask you to focus on your future vision. So what we can see clearly, anything we can conceive, and the more clearly we can crystallize what we do want, the more easily we are able to call that into our life. And I've got some resources on what you focus on is what you get. So if you want to tap into some other resources, I'll pop some links down below about that. But really important, today, before we get to the official day 1, sit down and start to go through the different areas of the life. Really start to clarify it in the areas that Rhonda has recommended. Clarify what you want. What is ideal health and body for you? What's the ideal look and feel, or body fat percentage, or energy level, or skin tone? What is the ideal health and body for you? What is the ideal career and work situation for you? I know there's some people that are being given a wonderful opportunity to reconsider right now. You know, being given an opportunity to say, okay, if you don't do what you've done for however long, What would you do instead? If you're given a gift right now where you can reset your career and come out of this doing something completely brand new, what would it be? So really look into it. Or how do you want to increase and expand your business or your career? What's the next level for you? Clarify that. The area of money and finances. It is there's some beautiful practices on money and finances, and had some amazing bonuses and windfalls coming through in some of the stories. So clarify, what is the money that you want? What level of income do you want? And why? Get really clear on what you're going to spend that on, because it's not just about the dollar figure. It's what is that dollar figure going to give you? What are you able to give with that money? What are you able to have with that money? Is it safety and security in a home, or is it fancy cars or something really fun for you? Clarify what that is. Dream big. Personal desires and material things, same thing. So are there particular relationships that you're looking for? Are there a standard of relationship that you're looking for? Do you want to heal existing relationships, or are you single and looking for a new relationship? Now is time to dream up your ideal partner. It's time to start calling that in, your ideal relationship. Sure, you can clarify things like height and weight and all those kind of physical attributes, but let's go even deeper. Let's clarify how you want that relationship to be. Do you kiss each other passionately every morning? Do you have someone who messages you funny messages through the day and says, I love you every single night? What is it in your dream relationship? And even if you're in a relationship, how do you want your relationship to be even better? So take some time. You're going to meet my dog Daisy as we go through this journey. Take some time to clarify each area of your life tonight, because as we go through each daily practice, we're going to be drawing back on this list. Write it up by hand, paint it, type it up, whatever works for you, but get really, really clear on your dream future. It is time to take the time to clarify and crystallize what it is that you do want. We were all brought up to know what we don't want. And if you need to start there, great. You don't want to be this, means you do want to be something else. But make the time now, clarify what it is that you want, because over the next 28 days, we are going to be calling in some beautiful abundance, some health and wellness, beautiful, incredible relationships and connections. And there are so many wonderful things coming our way. So enjoy. Make sure I'll pop some links down below. If you need anything, reach out. You can send a message below, or you can email me direct. And I really look forward to connecting and being part of with you in this journey over the next 28 days. So until we speak, take care of you, take care of others, and take care of the greater good. Bye for now.